Use vigilantes you have freed to block your pursuers and break their line of sight.
You are filth! You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your life! Thief! You are filth!
Help me! Somebody help me!
You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your life! Fires of war consume
I'm so hungry. Please, can't you spare? Let go of me! I've done nothing wrong!
filthy heretic!
We must fight them in any way we can! The English king and his infidel army. They leave horrors in their wake.
Has he gone mad?
My family is sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins? My family is sick and dying.
Acting like a child.
Could you spare a few coins?
Bad news, brother. I killed a Templar this morning. Well, I suppose that's actually good news. I even found a letter on him which I gave to Nemair, who said he'd find you and deliver it. But from the look in your face, I suspect this hasn't happened. Go on then. Don't waste any more time with me. Seek Nemair and get that letter.
Can't you spare something? I'm poor and sick and hungry. No, please, no, please. Just... a few coins, please. I beg of you. I beg of you, just a few coins, please.
لستم حقير سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك
Please, somebody help me.
Surrounded by false knowledge, by wicked men who seek dominion over your minds.
The rejection.
You have no business here. Leave.
نص حقير سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك.
Has he lost his mind?
His person.
What have I done wrong?
Get the rejection.
Please.
Altair, here. Take this. I've been looking everywhere for you. Now I can finally return to Masyaf. Last time I offered to do someone a favor.
Stop it, please. You're hurting me.
نص أنت حثالك. Did you see that?
What is he doing?
Come no further.
The English king and his infidel army. They leave horror in their wake. Saladin rides to meet him, that these
Come no further.
might be avenged.
You shouldn't be here. Be gone.
Glorious and exalted is he, finds favor with us. That he makes threat of
No. You must not trespass here.
Should Richard take Joppa, there will be no stopping him. He will march on Jerusalem next. We must end this before it has a chance to begin. That city is ours, has always been ours.
ارحل.
And it is our duty to defend it until death. The Crusaders must be destroyed. Praise be Salah.
We found the place. It's just as you described it.
I suspect he'll want to deal with this himself, and quickly. Best we say nothing to the others.
A wise course of action. Truth be told, I'll be happy when this business is done.
Soon, my friend, soon. Today should see the last of them put to torch. Boy, come here. You still have the letter I gave you?
Yes.
Go and deliver it then. You'll find the one it's meant for inside the madrasa.
This is an honor to die in service to God, fighting for what we believe in. There is no greater glory than this. I stand before you to deliver a warning. Richard takes Joppa. There will be no stopping him. He will march on Jerusalem next. We must end this before it has a... chance to begin. That city is ours, has always been ours. And it is our duty to defend it until the Crusaders must be destroyed. The fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense. It seems a tragedy, but I say...
He seems to be in a rush.
The Shaitan is everywhere! Watching!
Money is better than
Anything at all.
Please, do you have any money? No, you don't understand. I have
bir yerde
nothing.
olduğunu biliyorum ve seni elime geçireceğim. Geçen sefer
I wish to
şanslıydı.
see him.
Ama bu
To
sefer
hear
değil.
him speak.
It can be arranged, but we must be careful. There are still those who reject illumination. They would harm him.
Then they are ignorant and afraid.
You seem sincere, but how do I know I can trust you?
It hurts me to even hear you ask the question.
Very well. We gather each day in the madrasa. He comes to speak, and then leads us into the city, that we might cleanse it.
Could I join you then?
Understand that it is a difficult path we walk. Our work demands sacrifice.
I understand.
Then come and meet with us. Let us see how strong you really are.
Evvelki sefer elimizden kurtuldu. Bu sefer kaçmasına izin vermeyin. Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Your life is
Thousands of lives are lost in its defense. It seems that
Burada değil. Başka bir yere bak. Sanki yer yarıldı içine girdi.
fighting for what we believe in. There is no greater glory than this. Curse him! Curse the Christian king and his army of infidels! They go against the will of God and must be made to pay. Everywhere they ride, they leave only suffering in their wake.
You want it? I've got it. You dare steal my That man seems to be in a hurry.
Let me go.
Thief! You are filth!
What news, Altair? I've learned much about my enemy. Share what you know then. Jubair has become obsessed with purging the city of its knowledge.
A most terrible crime. Now I see why Al-Mualim wants you to remove him.
He's using the city scholars to assist him. They go out into the streets, harassing the people and collecting all their written works. I fear he intends to destroy them all.
He must be stopped.
That's why I'm here. He's to hold a meeting soon, at the Madrasa Al-Qallasa. It's where I'll go. It's where I'll take his life.
I'll leave you alone to prepare. Bring glory to the Brotherhood.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Let me go.
Dirty thief! I'll have your hand for that!
Please, someone do something.
Thief!
You are before you to deliver a warning. Should Richard take Jaffa,
Why are you doing this? What have I done?
Hırsızlar dar ağacına müstahak.
Turn back now.
Infidel!
Where are you?
Every single text in this city must be destroyed.
My friend, you must not do this. Much knowledge rests within these parchments, put there by our ancestors for good reason.
And what reason is this?
They are beacons, meant to guide us, to save us from the darkness that is ignorance.
No, these bits of paper are covered in lies. They poison your minds, and so long as they exist, you cannot hope to see the world the way it truly is.
How can you accuse these scrolls of being weapons? They are tools of learning.
You turn to them for answers and salvation. You rely more upon them than yourselves. This makes you weak and stupid. You trust in words, drops of ink. Do you ever stop to think of who put them there? Or why? No, you simply accept their words without question. And what if those words speak falsely? As they often do. This is dangerous.
You are wrong. These texts give the gift of knowledge. We need them.
You love your precious writings. You do anything for them?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Then join them! Any man who speaks as he is just as much a threat. Do any else among you wish to challenge me? Good! Your orders are simple enough. Go out into the city, collect any remaining writings and add them to the piles in the streets. When you're done, we'll send a cart to collect them, that they may be destroyed.
Where are you? I know you're here somewhere!
Lend your life. God is on my side.
I will catch you!
Wish to die, so be it. One yet.
You won't get away from me! Who's responsible for this? Oh! Oh! It's forbidden for you to eat.
Good people of Damas, you are doing the right thing. Let us cleanse this city of its poisoned past.
After him, not dead! Not into the light! You will die here! Give up! You've nowhere to run! You're in my hand! Get away from me!
You must be made to see Why? Why have you done this?
Men must be free to do what they believe. It is not our right to punish one for thinking what they do, no matter how much we disagree.
Then what?
You of all people should know the answer. Educate them. Teach them right from wrong. It must be knowledge that frees them, not force.
They do not learn, fixed in their ways as they are. You are naive to think otherwise. It's an illness for which there is but one cure.
You're wrong, and that's why you must be put to rest.
Am I not unlike those precious books you seek to save? A source of knowledge with which you disagree, yet you are rather quick to steal my life.
A small sacrifice to save many. It is necessary.
Is it not ancient scrolls that inspire the Crusaders? That fill Salah ad-Din and his men with a sense of righteous fury? Their texts endanger others, bring death in their wake. I too was making a small sacrifice. It matters little now. Your deed is done, and so am I.
Come back here!
Stealing my present? That will cause us! We cannot
Altair, tell me you've met with success.
Yes. Jubair's fires are extinguished. His life as well.
Excellent news. I had no doubt you'd succeed.
You should have seen it. The scholars followed him so readily. Wasn't just books they fed to fire either, but any man who opposed them.
Such ignorance breeds only evil. You've done a good thing this day.
As with my other targets, he believed he was doing the right thing, clearing a path to a better future.
Of course he would. Such is the landscape of a madman's mind.
The things I've seen these past few weeks, it's as if all the land has gone mad.
And this is why we fight to end the war, that sanity might return. The people are desperate for direction. It's easy for men like Jubair to prey on this and turn them towards evil. You should go, Altair. Return to Al-Mualim. Tell him what you saw. Let him know the good you've done this day.
Safety and peace, Rafiq.
Upon you as well.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
I'll have your head for that! I'll have your head for that!
Climb tall structures to gain a bird's-eye view of your surroundings. Tall buildings.
Welcome home, child. What news?
Another of the named is put to rest.
Then it would appear your work is nearly complete, and your status restored.
A question, Master, if I may.
Ask, and I will answer.
Why these men? Jubair and Sabrand?
Ah, don't you see? They paved the way for change. Ensure threats both old and new are not given cause to intervene.
To weaken them is to weaken our enemy. I suppose that makes sense.
Were these men to continue their work, our work would quickly be undone.
How is that? We've caused them much grief.
We strike at the arms, yes. But this is a hydra that you face, and it is quick to replace that which is severed.
Then we should lop off its head and be done with this.
Soon, soon. We are close. Only one more man stands between us and our ultimate goal.
I will return to my work. The sooner this last man dies, the sooner I might face our true enemy.
Before you go, I have a question for you.
Of course.
What is the truth?
We place faith in ourselves. We see the world the way it really is, and hope that one day all mankind might see the same.
What is the world, then?
An illusion. One which we can either submit to, as most do, or transcend.
What is it to transcend?
To recognize nothing is true and everything is permitted. That laws arise not from divinity but reason. I understand now that our creed does not command us to be free. It commands us to be wise.
Do you see now why the Templars are a threat?
Whereas we would dispel the illusion, they would use it to rule.
Yes, to reshape the world in an image more pleasing to them. That is why I sent you to steal their treasure. That is why I keep it locked away. And that is why you kill them. So long as even one survives, so too does their desire to create a new world order. Take your equipment. Seek out this last man. With his death, Robert de Sable will at last be vulnerable.
It will be done.
Safety and peace upon you, Altair.
He's going to hurt himself. What is that for?
Take your time. When moving slowly, you reduce your chances of attracting unwanted attention.
Prévenez-moi si vous l'apercevez. Fiche le camp. Essaie de t'approcher pour voir. Un assassin! Il ne doit pas s'échapper! Tu es fait! Tu ne peux pas m'échapper! Tu vas mourir? Soit. C'est bon, kid! Ah, mon bassin! Hey! Il va s'échapper! fait ça? Je veux le savoir! Wer ist hierfür verantwortlich? Haltet eure Augen offen! Er wird bestimmt wiederkommen! Einmal schon habt ihr ihn verloren. Lasst ihn nicht noch einmal entfliehen. Er ist ein toter Mann, wenn er sich erneut hier zeigt. Ramenez-le-moi! Là! Je t'aurai! Que le Seigneur ait pitié. Mourir! Il ne faut pas s'échapper! Tu es prêt! Rends-toi! Il s'est enfui, trouvez-le! Je te tiens! C'est bon! Il va droit dans une impasse! Attrapez-le! Je vais te traquer comme un animal! Il m'échappera pas! Attrapez-le! Attrapez-le! Je ne peux pas m'échapper! Trouvez-le! Come, Nerdfella.
I hear you're looking for information on Sibran. Karm's found something you'd probably find useful. Best track him down if you want it.
You're somewhere you shouldn't be. Leave before you get hurt.
That hurts! Stop it, please!
Diebstahl wird mit dem Tode bestraft.
Oh my! A few coins, all I asked for was what a few
Si vous l'apercevez, you look like you need something.
Anyone help me!
Tu as un problème?
To be an
I will make you please! Somebody stop him! He's gonna kill me! Qu'est-ce que vous faites? Écartez-vous! He won't get away that easily!
Safety and peace, brother. I've been looking everywhere for you. I stole this letter earlier today. Read it over. Hopefully it'll be of use.
This place is restricted. Be gone! Leave this place!
Must now be turned over to the Teutonic Order. Complaints and concerns must be presented to the guild representative at the Court of the Chain. Failure to comply will result in imprisonment. The Acre Port is now under the jurisdiction of Master Sibran, exalted leader of the Knights Teutonic. All crew members are to be turned over to the Order for conscription into the fleet. All dock vessels must be cleared of crew and cargo. Captains are to present themselves to a representative from the Teutonic Order for reassignment. Any attempt to maintain possession of a claimed vessel will be punished severely. It's not my fault. I'm only following orders. If you want your ship back, speak with the court.
That's not what I'm after.
Then what?
Sabran's claimed near 100 ships. For what purpose?
A blockade. They're to sail for open water and establish a perimeter.
For what? Does Salah ad-Din intend to strike from sea?
No, it's not he we defend against, but ships from home, to deny Richard more troops.
Why would one of Richard's own want to see him weakened in this way?
I don't know. Ask Sibran. They're his orders. I'm just meant to carry them out. Now, please, let me go. I've told you all I know.
I'm sorry. I cannot risk you telling him I'm here.
then?
Does he really have a reason for doing that?
Did they let you into the city, or did you fight your way in? Oh, perhaps I should be more respectful, as I myself now require your help. I spent too much time in the harbor brothel last night, and insulted a Teutonic knight's wife, or so I am told. Now there is a group of them after me. Could you give me a hand or a blade? If you return before I leave the city, I will give you the benefit of my wisdom.
That was unwise. Your head! Come back here! Hey! Leave this vegan! Ow! Back on, chin! You can outrun me! Don't lose him! Come back here! I'll get you! You're mine! I don't want anything! After him! Faster! Take him down! Get him! Don't lose him! Attrapez-le! Attrapez-le! Attrapez-le! Attrapez-le! Come back here! Ne restez pas sur mon chemin! You're not supposed to be here. There's a murderer. Er ist nicht hier. Sucht woanders.
I beg of you, sir. I beg of you. Just a few more, please. Help me! Somebody help me!
Bandit, j'aurai ta peau. You've no reason to be here. Leave now. See what I offer. You won't believe your eyes. Stop. You must not trespass here. Come no further. Diebstahl wird mit dem Tode bestraft. Diebstahl wird mit dem Tode bestraft. Heathen!
Oh, such a strange man.
I beg of you, sir. I beg of you. Just a few more, please.
You're somewhere you shouldn't be. Leave before you get hurt.
Selecting the hidden blade during fight would allow you.
Come, people! Come see what I have to offer! You are wise indeed. Could I interest you?
No, you don't understand. I'm poor, sir. Money. I've done nothing wrong.
Liebe gehören gehängt! Come, let me show you. You tired of never finding anything useful? Haltet eure Augen offen! Er wird bestimmt wiederkommen! You are not allowed to be here. Leave. Come, people! Come see what I have to offer! Like what you see, do you? Oh, that's what I'm sure I'm afraid.
You tell him I said no. I won't have you damn soldiers poking about in my business.
Listen here, old man.
No, you listen to me. This is my property, not his. I don't care if Christ himself put the man in charge.
He isn't asking. It's in order.
That's rich. The man couldn't order his way out of a burlap sack. I've seen the mess he's made of the docks. I won't let him ruin mine.
Just read the letter. You'll see his terms are quite generous.
I grow tired of this. Look, I'll consider what he has to offer, but I doubt it'll change my mind. Now go on, get out of here.
Einmal schon habt ihr ihn verloren. Lasst ihn nicht noch einmal entfliehen. Bewegung! Elender Dieb! Wir sterben!
What's wrong with him?
Greetings, Altair. What news?
Al-Mualim has named another. Calls himself Sabrand.
I am familiar with the man. Newly appointed leader of the Knights Teutonic, he resides in the Venetian Quarter and runs Akka's port.
Yes, I've learned as much, and more.
Continue then.
Sabrand is said to be consumed by fear, driven mad by the knowledge that his death approaches. He has sealed the docks district, and now hides within waiting for his ship to arrive.
This will make things dangerous. I wonder how it is he learned of your mission.
The men I've killed, they are all connected. Al-Mualim warned me that word of my deeds has spread among them.
Be on your guard, Altair. Altair.
Yes, Rafiq.
I owe you an apology.
For what?
For doubting your dedication to our cause.
No, it was I who erred. I believed myself above the creed. You owe me nothing.
As you wish, my friend. Go in safety.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
What have I done wrong?
Diebe gehören gehängt!
Why are you so cruel? What have I done wrong?
Elender Dieb! Wir sterben! Elender Dieb, was will wir sterben?
You
are mistaken, Master Sibrand. I would never propose violence against any man, and most certainly not against you.
So you say, and yet no one here will vouch for you. What am I to make of this?
I live a simple life, my lord, as do all men of the cloth. It is not for us to call attention to ourselves.
Perhaps. Or perhaps they do not know you because you are not a man of God, but an assassin!
Never!
You wear the same robes.
If they cover themselves as we do, it is only to instill uncertainty and fear. You must not give in.
Are you calling me a coward? Challenging my authority? Are you perhaps hoping to turn my own knights against me?
No. I don't understand why you're doing this to me. I've done nothing wrong.
I don't recall accusing you of any wrongdoing, which makes your outburst rather odd. Is it the presence of guilt that compels a confession?
But I confess nothing.
Ah, defiant to the very end.
What do you mean?
William and Garnier were too confident, and they paid for this with their lives. I won't make the same mistake. If you truly are a man of God, then surely the Creator will provide for you. Let him stay my hand.
You've gone mad. Will none of you come forward to stop this? He is clearly poisoned by his own fear, compelled to see enemies where none exist.
Seems the people share my concern. What I do for Acre! Stay vigilant, men. Report any suspicious activity to the guard. I doubt we've seen the last of these assassins. Persistent bastards. Now get back to work.
Il n'a pas pu quitter la ville, alors restez aux aguets. Puisse le Seigneur me donner la force dont j'ai besoin. C'est lui! Attrapez-le! Ramenez-le-moi! Vite fait!
When you are exposed, throwing soldiers from rooftops.
Oh, did he just run? Could you please be
Selecting the hidden blade during fight will allow you.
Such a strange man.
Climb tall structures to gain a bird's eye view of them.
Is there a reason for him to do that?
Why? None of you will lift a hand in defense of your master! I'll take care of this heathen myself! Damn! Please, don't do this.
You are afraid.
Of course I am afraid.
But you'll be safe now, held in the arms of your god.
Have my brothers taught you nothing? I know what waits for me. For all of us.
If not your god, then what?
Nothing. Nothing waits. And that is what I fear.
You don't believe.
How could I, given what I know? What I've seen? Our treasure was the proof.
Proof of what?
That this life is all we have.
Linger a while longer then, and tell me of the part you were to play.
A blockade by sea. To keep the fool kings and queens from sending reinforcements. Once we...
Conquered the Holy Land?
Freed it, you fool. From the tyranny of faith.
Freedom? You worked to overthrow cities, control men's minds, murdered any who spoke against you.
I followed my orders, believing in my cause. Same as you.
When you're out of knives, refill your stock. Should you cause a disturbance, it is wise to leave.
C'est un assassin! Je t'aurai! Il n'a pas pu quitter la ville. Alors restez aux aguets. So ist die wieder Ne restez pas sur vos mains! Glaubst du, du könntest mir entfliehen? Einer
Altair, you've caused quite a stir.
I've done as requested. Sabran's life is ended.
So it is. So it is. You should ride for Masyaf and inform Al-Mualim of your success.
Yes. I should return and speak to him. Of this and other things.
Is everything all right, my friend? You seem distant.
It's nothing, Rafik. Just a lot on my mind.
Talk to me then. Let me help.
I need to make sense of this myself first. But thank you for the offer.
It is the men you kill, isn't it? You feel something for them.
How?
Ah, my friend. You are not meant to enjoy these grim tasks. Regret, uncertainty, sympathy. This is to be expected.
I should not fear these feelings.
You should embrace them. They are what keep you human.
What if I'm wrong? What if these men are not meant to die? What if they mean well? Misguided, perhaps, but pure in motive.
I am but a Rafik, Altair, and such things are beyond me. Perhaps Al-Mualim can help you to make sense of it.
Yes, perhaps. Thank you, Rafik.
It is my pleasure to have served with one as skilled as you.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Not a lot of time, Vic.
Understand there's a narrow launch window.
Wherever it's hidden, time to retrieve it.
Working on it.
And when it's done,
He'll be taken care of.
I want that progress report by tomorrow morning.
I've got some work I need to do. So you've got the rest of the night to yourself. Time's wasting, Mr. Miles.
Yeah, I'm coming.
We're nearly done, you know.
And then what?
You'll see. Maybe they'll even let you watch when it begins. It's not as terrible as you think.
Look, I know you're not gonna let me leave. So why not tell me what's going on? Humor me.
I'm not an idiot, Mr. Miles. I think you've already learned quite a bit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not.
All right, let me ask you something else then.
Yes?
Some of the stuff I'm seeing in the Animus, sometimes it seems wrong. Untrue, like the history is off somehow. It doesn't...
It doesn't what, Mr. Miles? Match up with what you read on an online encyclopedia? What your high school history teacher taught you? Let me ask you something. Do these supposed experts have access to secret knowledge, kept hidden from the rest of us?
There are books, letters, documents, all sorts of source material from back then. Some of it seems to contradict what the Animus is showing me.
Anyone can write a book, and they can put whatever they want on its pages. Anything. Used to be, we thought the world was flat.
Some people still do.
Yes, and they publish books about it. Or that the moon landing was a hoax. I believe there's also a book claims the world was created in 7 days. A bestseller, too.
Where's this going, Doc?
The point, I suppose, is that you shouldn't trust everything you hear, everything you read. What's that your ancestors said? Nothing is true?
Everything is permitted.
Yes, exactly. It's part of what makes the Animus so spectacular. There's no room for misinterpretation.
There's always room.
Touché, Mr. Miles. Now that I've answered your question, can we begin?
Come in, my student. We have much to discuss. We are close, Altair. Robert de Sable is now all that stands between us and victory. It is his mouth gives the orders. His hand pays the gold. With him dies the knowledge of the Templar treasure and any threat it might pose.
I still don't understand how a simple bit of treasure could cause so much chaos.
The peace of Eden is temptation given form. Merely look at what it's done to Robert. Once he tasted of its power, the thing consumed him. He saw not a dangerous weapon to be destroyed, but a tool. One that would help him realize his life's ambition.
He dreamed of power then?
Yes and no. He dreamed, still dreams, like us, of peace.
But this is a man who sought to see the Holy Land consumed by war.
No, Altair. How can you not see when you're the one that opened my eyes to this?
What do you mean?
What do he and his followers want? A world in which all men are united. I do not despise his goal. I share it. But I take issue with the means. Peace is something to be learned, to be understood, to be embraced.
He would force it.
And rob us of our free will in the process.
Strange, to think of him in this way.
Never harbor hate for your victims, Altair. Such thoughts are poison, and will cloud your judgment.
Could he not be convinced, then, to end his mad quest?
I spoke to him in my way, through you. What was each killing if not a message? But he has chosen to ignore us.
Then there's only one thing left to do.
Jerusalem is where you faced him first. It's where you'll find him now. Let this final offering lend you strength. Go, Altair. It's time to finish this.
What is he doing? Lord must be out of his mind.
Preparation is crucial to your success. Clear the area of archers and guards before confronting your assassination target.
I'll have your hand for that. Praise be Salahadin! He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake.
Leave this place. Shouldn't be here. Be gone.
Praise be Salahadin! He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake, it is our very existence we are fighting for. The infidel king would see us all wiped from the world. We must resist. We must push back. I stand before you to deliver a warning.
Let go of me! I've done nothing wrong!
Hırsızlık yapmanın cezası ölümdür.
Is there a reason for him to do that? You just a few points, please. I'm so hungry. Just a little money.
سوف أنبهك إذا رأيته يمر بالجوار. لن يبعد كثيرا. سوف يرى أحد آجلا أو عاجلا. لن يفلت منه مرة أخرى.
No, you don't understand. I have nothing. Please, can't you spare something? I'm poor and sick and hungry. Can't you spare something? Please, sir.
Good to see you, brother. I trust you're here for the funeral. Or for Robert, rather. I've kept my eyes and ears open, but I've nothing to report. Things are quiet here. Perhaps Tariq has seen or heard something you can use. He's stationed not far from here. Go to him. See what knowledge he has.
All I ask is for a good coin. No, please don't leave. Just a good coin, please.
Away with you!
No, you don't understand. I have not. Why would he do that?
Excellent timing, Altair. I found something you'll find quite useful. Orders for Robert's guards. This map I've made will show you where he intends to station them. Put it to good use.
Just a few coins, please.
İstediğimizi yaparız, tamam mı? Help! I need help! Please, anyone! Please, I've done nothing wrong. Why are you doing this? Hırsızlık yapmanın cezası ölüm.
Leave this place.
Please, I've done nothing wrong. Why are you doing this?
ارحل من هنا!
Is that man?
You have no business here.
İstediğimizi yaparız, tamam mı? Evvelki sefer elimizden kurtuldu. Bu sefer kaçmasına izin verme.
Take the map I've given you and see that the guards are placed accordingly. We'll be safe enough during the procession. It's the burial that worries me. Easy for our enemies to hide amongst the crowd.
If you're so concerned, why not post your own men? Search the site yourselves.
Our presence here has caused enough chaos. I can only imagine how the people would react, seeing Crusader soldiers marching across their holy ground.
Then perhaps you should not attend at all.
He was our friend and brother, and we will honor him as he passes from this world. You insult me by suggesting otherwise.
I'll post the men. I don't want trouble either.
Then stop trying to make it, and do as you've been asked.
أفلت مني!
Nereye kayboldun? Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
Often spoke of,
My family
never
is
acted
sick and
upon.
dying.
But
Could you
today
spare a
is
few
different.
food?
Crusader
I'm
knights
so
walk the
hungry.
streets of
Just a little
Jerusalem
money, I
and
beg
not
of
in
you.
occupation. There is no,
No, you
evil
don't
in
understand.
their
I have
hearts.
nothing.
And so we must seize this opportunity. Begin a dialogue, make amends. Together, we might finally bring truth to the ever ephemeral promise of
Poor and
peace.
sick and hungry.
We must be strong, we must be brave, and we must find the courage to face those we once called our enemies and now instead call them friends. The Crusaders come to Jerusalem, bringing with them an opportunity to end the fighting, to stop the war. That we may stand as one, we must not turn them away.
I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you. No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
You foul little rat!
You speak of peace, but your words are hollow.
No, I speak the truth. Why would you say other?
You're a Templar.
So I am?
Then you are also a liar and a fraud, just like your master. Where is he? What does he intend?
It's peace he seeks, I swear it. And the proof is in his actions. A Christian at a Muslim's funeral. We want an end to all of this.
Only because it serves your needs.
But this is a noble thing we want. The land will be united beneath our banner.
United through force. You'd enslave us all.
It is for the best.
No, it's not. And so long as my brothers and I breathe, you will not succeed.
Geri dönecek. Geber kafir! Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Gel buraya! Hırsızlar beraatine mi? Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Çekil çekil önümden çabuk edelim!
Before you deliver a warning, Richard take Joppa. There will be no him.
Yeah, maybe you'll never get away, but it's already lost. Faster, faster! You are quiet, which is why you come to me.
painful. Be wary, friends! The Shaitan is everywhere! Watching, waiting!
Safety and peace, Altair.
Upon you as well, brother.
Seems fate has a funny way with things.
Robert de Sable is in Jerusalem.
I've seen the Knights myself.
Only misfortune follows that man. I won't give him the chance to continue his campaign.
Do not let vengeance cloud your thoughts, brother. We both know no good can come of that.
I have not forgotten. You have nothing to fear. I do not seek revenge, but knowledge.
Truly you are not the man I once knew.
My work has taught me many things, revealed secrets to me. But there are still pieces of this puzzle I do not possess.
What do you mean?
All the men I've laid to rest have worked together, united by this man. Robert has designs upon the land. This much I know for certain. But how and why, when and where, these things remain out of reach.
Crusaders and Saracens working together?
They are none of these things, but something else. Templars.
The Templars are a part of the Crusader army.
Or so they'd like King Richard to believe. No, their only allegiance is to Robert de Sable and some mad idea that they will stop the war.
You spin a strange tale.
You have no idea, Malik.
Then tell me.
Robert and his Templars walk the city. They've come to pay their respects to Majd-ud-Din. They'll attend his funeral, which means so will I.
What is this that Templars would attend his funeral?
I have yet to divine their true intentions, though I'll have a confession in time. The citizens themselves are divided. Many call for their lives. Still others insist that they are here to parley, to make peace.
Peace?
I told you. The others I've slain have said as much to me.
That would make them our allies. And yet we killed them.
Make no mistake, we are nothing like these men. Though their goal sounds noble, the means by which they'd achieve it are not. At least, that's what Al-Mualim told me.
So what is your plan?
I'll attend the funeral and confront Robert.
The sooner the better. Fortune favor your blade, brother.
Malik, before I go, there's something I should say.
Be out with it.
I've been a fool.
Normally I'd make no argument, but what is this? What are you talking about?
All this time, I never told you I was sorry. Too damn proud. You lost your arm because of me. Lost Qadar. You had every right to be angry.
I do not accept your apology.
I understand.
No, you don't. I do not accept your apology because you are not the same man who went with me into Solomon's temple. And so you have nothing to apologize for.
Malik.
Perhaps if I had not been so envious of you, I would not have been so careless myself. I'm just as much to blame.
Don't say such things.
We are one. As we share the glory of our victories, so too should we share the pain of our defeat. In this way, we grow closer. We grow stronger.
Thank you, brother.
Rest if you need to, Altair, that you might be ready for what lies ahead.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
إذا رأيتموه لا تدعوه.
Pay for your sin!
Such a strange man.
Away with you.
I don't understand.
Your life ends now.
Kalabalığın içine karışmayı seviyorum.
We gather here to mourn the loss of our beloved Majduddin. Taken too soon from this world. I know you feel sorrow and pain at his passing, but you should not. For just as we are all brought forth from the womb, so too must we all one day pass from this world. It is only natural, like the rising and the setting of the sun. Take this moment to reflect on his life and give thanks for all the good he did. Know that one day you will stand with him again in paradise.
Amen.
As you know, this man was murdered. We have tried to track his killer, but it has proved difficult. These creatures cling to the shadows and run from any who would face them fairly. But not today, for it seems one stands among us. He mocks us with his presence and must be made to pay. Seize him! Bring him forward that God's justice might be done!
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
Preparation is crucial to your success.
I will end your life. This is a waste of time.
Belki farkında değilsin ama halihazırda kaybettin.
This won't be too difficult.
Senin gözün kapalı bile yeter.
When you are exposed, tackle people who are
inmek istiyorsun? Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Gel buraya. Gözüm kapalı bile yeter. Gözüm kapalı bile yeter. Kapalı bile yetemeyeceksin. Belki farkında değilsin ama hala kapalı bile yeter. Beni yenemeyeceksin. Seni gözüm kapalı bile yeter. Beni yenemeyeceksin. Beni gözüm bile
Death to the heathen!
Belki farkında değilsin ama halihazırda kaybettin.
Use the action view to gather information.
Kaçman fayda etmez. Gel buraya. Kaçmasına izin vermeyin. Kovalayın. Gel buraya. Beni yenemeyeceksin. Belki farkında değilsin ama arada kaybettin. Seni gözüm kapalı Seni gözüm kapalı bile yenerim.
Remember to reach out for ledges should you fall.
Kaybetmeyin onu. Kaçmak izin vermeyin. Seni gözüm kapalı bile yenerim. Beni yenemeyeceksin.
I would see your eyes before you die.
I sense you expected someone else.
What sorcery is this?
No sorcery. We knew you'd come. Robert needed to be sure he'd have time to get away.
So he flees.
We cannot deny your success. You have laid waste to our plans. First the treasure, then our men. Control of the Holy Land slipped away. But then he saw an opportunity. To reclaim what has been stolen. To turn your victories to our advantage.
Al-Mualim still holds your treasure, and we've routed your army before. Whatever Robert plans, he'll fail again.
Ah, but it's not just Templars you'll contend with now.
Speak sense.
Robert rides for Arsa to plead his case that Saracen and Crusader unite against the Assassins.
That will never happen. They have no reason to.
Had, perhaps. But now you've given them one. 9, in fact. The bodies you've left behind, victims on both sides. You've made the Assassins an enemy in common and ensured the annihilation of your entire order. Well done.
Not 9. 8.
What do you mean?
You are not my target. I will not take your life. You're free to go, but do not follow me.
I don't need to. You're already too late.
We'll see.
Over here! Come back here! Step aside! Quickly! Stay on him! Search everywhere!
This is pointless. I'll never fight with you.
Have your head! I will have your
Kalabalığın içine karışmayı seviyorum.
It was a trap.
I had heard the funeral turned to chaos. What happened?
Robert de Sable was never here. He sent another in his stead. He was expecting me.
You must go to Al-Mualim.
There's no time. She told me where he's gone, what he plans. If I return to Masyaf, he might succeed. And then, I fear we'll be destroyed.
We have killed most of his men. He cannot hope to mount a proper attack. Wait, did you say she?
Yes, it was a woman. Strange, I know. But that's for another time. For now, we must focus on Robert. We may have thinned his ranks, but the man is clever. He goes to plead his case to Richard and Salah ad-Din, to unite them against the common enemy. Against us.
Surely you're mistaken. This makes no sense. These two men would never...
Oh, but they would. And we have ourselves to blame. The men I've killed, men on both sides of the conflict. Men important to both leaders. Robert's plan may be ambitious, but it makes sense. And it could work.
Look, brother. Things have changed. You must return to Masyaf. We cannot act without our master's permission. It could compromise the Brotherhood. I thought you had learned this.
Stop hiding behind words, Malik. You wield the Creed and its tenets like some shield. He's keeping things from us. Important things. You were the one told me we could never know anything, only suspect. Well, I suspect this business with the Templars goes deeper. When I'm done with Robert, I will ride for Masyaf that we may have answers. But perhaps you could go now.
I cannot leave the city.
Then walk amongst its people. Seek out those who served the ones I slew. Learn what you can. You call yourself perceptive. Perhaps you'll see something I could not.
I don't know. I must think on this.
Do as you must, my friend. But it's time I ride for Arsuf. Every moment I delay, our enemy gets one step ahead of me.
Be careful, brother.
I will be. I promise.
needs help? Please, anyone!
Wouldn't stop acting like a fool.
What's wrong with him?
The short blade is best for quickly fending off multiple enemies. Use free running to escape from a fight when exposed.
لقد وجدنا ماهر جدا ولكنك لن تنتصر
Gel buraya. Burada. Gel buraya. Bu tarafta. Gel buraya. Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
أنت تتبع طريق الضلال إنه يهرب إلى طريق الرسول وتتبعها توقف عن الجري لن تهرب قبلك مني
Kovalayın.
توقف عن الجري لن تهرب
Kaçmasına izin vermeyin.
You can hide from me. أقتل الحشاش!
Kaybetmeyin onu.
ولكنك لن تنتصر الموت للكافر
Someone expecting defeat.
لن يكون ذلك عسيرا تريد أن تموت؟ هل يكن ذلك؟ تريد أن تموت؟ هل يكن ذلك؟
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
May God have mercy on your soul.
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
This won't be too difficult.
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
You wish to die? So be it. I will end your life.
أيها الكافر سوف تموت هنا كافر أنت تتبع
Stop running! You cannot escape!
Einmal schon habt ihr ihn verloren. Lasst ihn nicht noch einmal entfliehen.
You'll never get away! Don't lose him!
Come no further.
Hold a moment. It's words I bring, not steel.
Offering terms of surrender then? It's about time.
You misunderstand. It's Al-Mualim who sends me, not Salah ad-Din.
Assassin! What is the meaning of this? And be quick with it!
You've a traitor in your midst.
And he has hired you to kill me? Come to gloat about it before you strike? I won't be taken so easily!
It's not you I've come to kill. It's him.
Speak then! That I may judge the truth! Who is this traitor?
Robert de Sable.
My lieutenant!
He aims to betray.
That's not the way he tells it. He seeks revenge against your people for the havoc you've wrought in Acre. And I am inclined to support him. Some of my best men were murdered by some of yours.
It was I who killed them, and for good reason. Hear me out. William of Montferrat. He sought to use his soldiers to take Acre by force. Gagné de Naplouse. He would use his skills to indoctrinate and control any who resisted. Sabran. He intended to block the ports, preventing your kingdom from providing aid. They betrayed you, and they took their orders from Robert.
You expect me to believe this outlandish tale?
You knew these men, better than I. Are you truly surprised to learn of their ill intentions?
Is this true?
My liege, it is an assassin that stands before us. These creatures are masters of manipulation. Of course it isn't true.
I've no reason to deceive.
Oh, but you do. You're afraid of what will happen to your little fortress. Can it withstand the combined might of the Saracen and the Crusader army?
My concern is for the people of the Holy Land. If I must sacrifice myself for there to be peace, so be it.
This is a strange place we find ourselves in. Each of you accusing the other.
There really is no time for this. I must be off to meet with Saladin and enlist his aid. The longer we delay, the harder this will become.
Hold a moment, Robert.
Why? What do you intend? Surely you do not believe him?
It is a difficult decision, one I cannot make alone. I must leave it in the hands of one wiser than I.
Thank you.
No, Robert, not you.
Then who?
The Lord. Let this be decided by combat. Surely God will side with the one whose cause is righteous.
If this is what you wish.
It is.
So be it. To arms, assassins!
Use throwing knives to deal with distant enemies.
Tu me fais perdre mon temps. Tu ne peux pas m'échapper. Puisque tu y tiens, je vais t'acheter. Tu me fais perdre mon
It's done then. Your schemes, like you, are put to rest.
You know nothing of schemes. You're but a puppet. He betrayed you, boy. Just as he betrayed me.
Speak sense, Templar. Or not at all.
9 men he sent you to kill, yes? The 9 who guarded the treasure's secret.
What of it?
It wasn't 9 who found the treasure, assassin. Not 9, but 10.
A 10th? None may live who carry the secret. Give me his name.
Oh, but you know him well. And I doubt very much you'd take his life as willingly as you've taken mine.
Who?
It is your master, Al-Mualim.
But he is not a Templar.
Did you never wonder how it is he knew so much? Where to find us, how many we numbered, what we aspired to attain?
He is the master of the assassins.
Oui, master of lies. You and I just 2 more pawns in his grand game. And now, with my death, only you remain. Do you think he'll let you live, knowing what you do?
I've no interest in the treasure.
Ah, but he does. The only difference between your master and I is that he did not want to share.
No.
Ironic, isn't it? That I, your greatest enemy, kept you safe from harm. But now you've taken my life, and in the process, ended your own.
Well fought, assassin! It seems God favors your cause this day.
God had nothing to do with it. I was the better fighter.
Ah, you may not believe in him, but it seems he believes in you. Before you go, I have a question.
Ask it then.
Why? Why travel all this way? Risk your life 1,000 times, all to kill a single man.
He threatened my brothers and what we stand for.
Ah, vengeance then?
No, not vengeance. Justice, that there might be peace.
This is what you fight for? Peace? Do you see the contradiction?
Some men cannot be reasoned.
Like that madman, Saladin.
I think he'd like to see an end to this war as much as you.
So I've heard, but never seen.
Even if he doesn't say it, it's what the people want. Saracen and Crusader alike.
The people know not what they want. It's why they turn to men like us.
Then it falls to men like you to do what is right.
Nonsense. We come into the world kicking and screaming. Violent and unstable. It is what we are. We cannot help ourselves.
No. We are what we choose to be.
Your kind. Always playing with words.
I speak the truth. There's no trick to be found here.
We'll know soon enough. But I fear you cannot have what you desire this day. Even now, that heathen Saladin cuts through my men and I must attend to them. But perhaps, having seen how vulnerable he is, he will reconsider his actions. Yes, in time, what you seek may be possible.
You were no more secure than him. Do not forget that. The men you left behind to rule in your stead did not intend to serve you for longer than they had to.
Yes. I am well aware.
Then I'll take my leave. My master and I have much to discuss. It seems that even he is not without fault.
He is only human, as are we all. You as well.
Safety and peace be upon you.
I said get up, goddammit! Listen!
Oh no.
Seems your assassin friends found us.
What?
How'd you do it, Desmond?
Hey, look, I don't know what you're talking about, but whatever's going on down there has got nothing to do with me.
They're here for you, and I sure as shit didn't invite them. What's the situation down there?
We're taking heavy fire.
Can you contain it? Or do I need to evacuate the prisoner?
Only 5 or 6. We've got them outnumbered. Couple of wounded, but we'll pull through. We'll get it under control.
God damn you, Desmond. You couldn't leave well enough alone.
I told you I had nothing to do with this. How would I even contact them? Telepathy? Come on.
Doesn't matter. They'll be dead soon enough. Here, have a listen.
That's been neutralized.
Looks like the cavalry won't be coming.
Dunno, Doc. We're freaking out a minute ago. Your little research facility not as secure as you thought it was? Worried they'll be back with more?
I don't think so, Desmond.
What Lucy here is trying to say is that there aren't any assassins left to come for you. We've been very busy this past year, hunting down your little enclaves, your desert communes and whatnot. I'm afraid you're on your own. Rest up, Mr. Miles. Tomorrow, we finish this.
I'm sorry, Desmond.
You mentioned the desert. Do you think...
They sent a team there, but the place was deserted. I don't know where your parents are, and I can't promise they're still alive. But I think they got away.
Thanks. Thanks for checking.
It's not as bad as it seems.
What are you talking about? They just killed, literally killed, my only chance of getting out of here. And then I find out the assassins are all but destroyed, and Christ, I still don't know what these people are planning. But I do know they plan to kill me when they're done. I am screwed, okay? What do you want me to do?
Just try and have a little faith. Have faith. Rest up, Desmond. You're gonna need the energy. Aren't you tired?
Get up.
Even earlier than usual, Doc.
I'd like to get this over with as quickly as possible.
If you say so.
Don't be so glum, Mr. Miles. Today is a historic day. One that will be remembered for years to come. Remembered by some of us, anyway.
The short blade is best for quickly fending off multiple enemies.
Where is everyone?
Gone to see the Master.
Was it the Templars? Did they attack again?
They walk the path.
What path? What are you talking about?
Towards the light.
Speak sense.
There is only what the Master shows us. This is the truth.
You've lost your mind.
You too will walk the path, or you will perish. So the Master commands.
It was Al-Mualim, wasn't it? What's he done to you?
Praise be to the Master, for he has led us to the light.
Your life is now nigh here.
You cannot
Hold the light! Kill the traitor! The Master!
He does not walk the path.
Don't let him get away!
Destroy him!
He won't get away! Running! You cannot escape!
Altair! Up here!
You picked a fine time to arrive.
So it seems.
Guard yourself well, friend. Al-Mualim has betrayed us.
Yes. Betrayed his Templar allies as well.
How do you know?
After we spoke, I returned to the ruins beneath Solomon's temple. Robert had kept a journal, filled its pages with revelations. What I read there broke my heart. But it also opened my eyes. You were right, Altair. All along our master has used us. We were not meant to save the Holy Land, but deliver it to him. He must be stopped.
Be careful, Malik. What he's done to the others, he'll do to us given the chance. You must stay far from him.
What would you propose? My blade arm is still strong and my men remain my own. It would be a mistake not to use us.
Distract these thralls, then. Assault the fortress from behind. If you can draw their attention away from me, I might reach Al-Mualim.
I will do as you ask, Dai.
The men we face, their minds are not their own. If you can avoid killing them.
Yes. Though he has betrayed the tenets of the Creed, it does not mean we must as well. I'll do what I can.
It's all I ask. Safety and peace, my friend.
Your presence here will deliver us both.
so many innocents. I must be careful not to harm them.
No! What's happening?
So, the student returns.
I've never been one to run.
Never been one to listen either.
I still live because of it.
What will I do with you?
Let me go.
Oh, Altair. I hear the hatred in your voice. Feel its heat. Let you go? Well, that would be unwise.
Why are you doing this?
I found proof.
Proof of what?
That nothing is true. And everything is permitted. Come. Destroy the betrayer. Send him from this world.
Face me! Or are you afraid?
I have stood before 1,000 men, all of them superior to you, and all of them dead, by my hand. I am not afraid.
Prove it.
What could I possibly fear? Look at the power I command. Have you any final words?
You lied to me. Called Robert's goal foul when all along it was yours as well.
I've never been much good at sharing.
You won't succeed. Others will find the strength to stand against you.
And this is why, so long as men maintain free will, there can be no peace.
I killed the last man who spoke as such.
Bold words, boy. But just words.
Then let me go. I'll put words into action.
Tell me, Master, why did you not make me like the other assassins? Why allow me to retain my mind?
Who you are and what you do are twined too tight together. To rob you of one would have deprived me of the other. And those Templars had to die. But the truth is, I did try. In my study, when I showed you the treasure. But you are not like the others. You saw through the illusion.
Illusion?
That's all it's ever done. This Templar treasure, this piece of Eden, this word of God. Do you understand now? Red Sea was never parted. Water never turned to wine. It was not the machinations of Iris that spawned the Trojan War, but this! Illusions! All of them!
What you plan is no less an illusion. To force men to follow you against their will.
Is it any less real than the phantoms the Saracens and Crusaders follow now? Those craven gods who retreat from this world that men might slaughter one another in their names? They live amongst an illusion already. I'm simply giving them another. One that demands less blood.
Least they choose these phantoms.
Or do they? Aside from the occasional convert or heretic?
It isn't right.
Ah, and now logic has left you. In its place, you embrace emotion. I'm disappointed.
What's to be done then?
You will not follow me, and I cannot compel you.
And you refuse to give up this evil scheme.
It seems then we are at an impasse.
No, we are at an end.
I will miss you, Altair. You were my very best student. Impossible. The student does not defeat the teacher.
الشيء واقع مطلق بل كل ممكن.
So it seems. You have won then. Go and claim your prize.
You held fire in your hand, old man. It should have been destroyed.
Destroy the only thing capable of ending the Crusades and creating true peace? Never.
Then I will.
We'll see about that. I applied my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceived that this also was a chasing after wind. For in much wisdom is much grief. And he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. Destroy it! Destroy it, as you said you would.
I can't.
Yes, you can, Altair. But you won't. We've got it.
What the hell was that?
Well?
We've got the map.
How many?
At least half a dozen.
We don't need them all.
We should assume some amount of decay. I can't imagine they'll all still be functioning. At least 2 appear to reside on land masses that no longer exist.
We'll dispatch teams to each site and determine viability. We only need 1, after all.
What about the rest?
Collect them. Let's not leave anything to chance. Last thing we need is some damn survivor making trouble for us in the new world.
And the assassin?
We have what we need. Kill him.
Wait. You know how these things work. I doubt we'll be able to walk right in.
What's your point?
We might need him. His memories. I'd recommend we hold him until we have confirmation that there aren't any surprises waiting for us at the sites.
This is a waste of time.
You said it yourself. We shouldn't leave anything to chance.
Very well. Ensure we have no further need of him, then kill him.
Fine. Stop undermining my authority!
I just saved your ass.
Let's go. We've got a lot of work to do. Don't get too comfortable, Mr. Miles. We'll be back for you soon enough.
What the hell is that? God. It looks like... Is that blood? What the hell were they keeping here before me? And what happened to him? What does it mean, I wonder?